This is your weekly trip to paradise, Louisiana style, with Gary Risponi. Paradise, Louisiana is brought to you by Circle K, Baton Rouge Coca-Cola Bottling Company, Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change, Louisiana Fish Fry Products, Demco, CCA Louisiana, and the CCA Louisiana Star Tournament, and by Farm Bureau Insurance.
Welcome to this week's edition of Paradise, Louisiana. Coming to you from Bedroom, Boudin and Cajun Meat. And my special guest this week is a legendary Sac-A-Lait fisherman, legendary all kind of fishermen. Started that big Sac-A-Lait tournament back up, one of the biggest Sac-A-Lait the clubs in fishing. Yeah. Mr. Glenn Davis from Glenn's Automotive Sac-A-Lait tournament. Glenn, you started that, and I'm telling you what, popular. Almost all my friends I know that fish Sac-A-Lait, you done become a legend in this there.
Well, I took over after Dan Thornton. Actually, Dave Pizzolato was the one that kind of coached me into doing it. We started off, I said, Dave, I think I'm gonna give a tournament. And Dave said, man, why don't you just take over from where Dan left off? And I said, well, I don't know if I'd be able to do as many because Dan was retired, I worked. But it got to be where I was doing more and more and more, and the more I did, the more people showed up. So now it took off pretty good, and it's doing pretty good. Yeah.
We're gonna come back and talk more about that when we get down to our freshwater report.
Okay.
If anybody knows, we filming on Mondays. Today is Memorial Day, and this is a very special day. And the reason they call it Memorial Day is because it's for remembering. Remember, all the people sacrificed their lives for this country to be free. Yeah. The women, the families that are affected by it, the men, everybody. You know somebody that died and protecting this country.
That's right.
Besides remembering, not today, but we'll remember them all the time. You know, keep them in your prayers, keep your families in your prayers, and we'll give it a shout out. We had a bunch of tournaments this weekend, Memorial Day. You see this hat? Got the Trout Rodeo. I'll be bringing more about that to you. Also got to fish with Tommy Vitrine finally again, and we're going to bring you a little of that. The fishing report and more on Glenn Davis. Stay tuned. You're watching Paradise, Louisiana.
I'm Brett Favre. As a quarterback in the NFL, if I didn't stay focused, I ended up on my back or worse. Even the smallest distraction could make a good play or offensive drive come to an end. When you're in a car, the smallest distraction could end much more than a drive. It could end someone's life. Just like I refuse to lose on the field, I refuse to lose someone I love to distracted driving. And you should too. Focus on the road. Don't drive distracted. A message from Farm Bureau Insurance.
Benny's Unlimited Wash Club memberships start at $14.99 a month. Wash, rinse, and repeat every day. Join Benny's Unlimited Wash Club at one of Benny's 7 locations.
The perfect event calls for the perfect spread of authentic Cajun cuisine. And Catering Cajun has the planners, packages, and chefs to ensure your event is long remembered. For weddings, corporate lunches, or anything in between, give us a call.
Hi, I'm John Jackson, and you know we always say we gather our groceries out the bayou. Whether it's freshwater, saltwater, catfish, redfish, you have tons of choices when it comes to fish in Louisiana. But when I fry fish, there's only one choice, and that's Louisiana fish fry. My new favorite, the Cajun fish fry, has the perfect amount of cornmeal, corn flour, and the perfect mix of spices that really bring the heat. Hey, if you're craving Cajun, go look for the bright red bag at your local grocers. Bring home the taste of Louisiana with Louisiana Fish Fry.
Welcome to the Grand Isle Trout Rodeo 2019. Here we are, the second day of the rodeo. Tommy, everywhere I go, I'm seeing this beautiful lady on the cover of the Sportsman magazine. You know, I don't know if you know it, but I've been reading the Sportsman for years. years, I don't remember it even before the tailors on it now. But I don't ever remember 2 different times that a husband and wife team made a cover. I think you might have been on it twice. I know you have articles in there almost every month. Tommy, this is what the rodeo that first people found out about you. Even your daughter Emily, the first time I was covering this,
long time ago.
she won the kids.
Yep.
She was catching a big trout with her daddy. Now she graduated high school today, and I mean this year, and she's blossoming. You got your wife on the cover. I guess for long, Emily's picture gonna be on here.
God is good.
God is good. You better believe it. You're doing real good yourself. What are you playing today, Tom?
Well, I'm eligible for Star again because I won the year before. This year, you can't win every year. Every other year, you can win a boat. So I'm eligible. So I'm targeting that 6-7 pound trout to get on the Star Rodeo board, or even a tag redfish. If God wants me to have a bigger boat, I'm ready to trade this one and get another. I've been saying that every boat we win, but you know I hadn't done it yet. But that's what I'm targeting is that Star.
That tag redfish is out there. We're gonna catch some pogies, and
we're getting some shrimp from Bridgeside Marina.
And we're gonna freeline them right there.
All freelining, no caught.
And we late. I was worried, but I remember going out for pogies, you right at daylight, and out there. You just take your time and relax. I guess that's being a winner.
I'm getting older, and I live here most of the time, but at least half the time, so I get the opportunity to go when I want. So I chill out a lot. I don't rush out early in the morning. My wife don't like to get up early, so I'm used to going late and catching big fish in the middle of the day.
God bless me. Catch a big fish today. I got my ticket. We got Brandon Dubrock on camera today, so I'm gonna have a little time to fish. I don't know if I ever make the cover, but it would be nice. Ann and Tony, y'all think I can make the cover or just make an article one time? Let's go fishing.
Let's go fishing.
Thank you.
That was a 10, that cast. Come right at the bottom. I felt the vibration. So right at the very bottom. It's deep right here. It's a hole. I felt some vibration. I've got a few in here.
Oh, he don't know what he's talking about. I cannot believe that.
Look at the jelly in there, huh? Look at the jellies. Them jellies, man.
That's it. See, when I got a cameraman, this is how I get ready. Because I'm going to get the fish. Look at that. Got my mitt, my rag, sunglasses. I'm ready.
It's been a while since we've been in the Gulf. I think in the last 2 months, 3 times I've been able to come out front. That's how windy it's been. So I told Gary, I said, we gotta give it a shot out front. So we're here at the barges, and it's a little muddy, but we're gonna give it a shot anyway. We're gonna catch some fish and find some clean water somewhere. But tomorrow's gonna be the perfect day. It's always one day early, huh, Gary? Come on, baby. Might be the winner right here. Give me that net. First one, boy.
Where's the net? Where is the net?
Oh, he's good. I can flip him, I think. 3-pounder. First cast. Well, I saw him come up and make that ball. Oh, man. He ate that big shrimp. Pow!
That's why I wanted to see it. Look at it.
He came over my hook. We know they're here.
First cast.
First cast. You just watch that line, that mono. I like to keep it loose because if these shrimp are a little larger, got lucky to get some bigger ones, but if you get some medium or small, the sheephead will catch up with them and eat them. Oh man, let's load it up, baby. Let's load it up.
You on the net?
We don't need the net, we're good. When you're catching them like this, you don't net them, you just flip them in.
What's up about? Look at me.
Hey, look at that. You know when I move this ice shells, give us a little bit of room right here so we can walk it like this.
Hey, look at it. Look at the tail, look. Second cast of fish. This him on the first, so this is a dead shrimp, almost. Hook him in the tail.
Might be a rib. No? Trout. I don't net those sides, but Gary wants to net them, so that's what happened. I got a little hole. I got a little hole in
That's my first fish of the day.
I got a little hole in my net.
2 casts, 2 hits. First one, he killed the shrimp. I put it back on, hooked in the tail. Look.
We got too excited. We lost our spot.
They're going here. Fish on. Fish on. Fish on. Whoa, come on, boy. Got a little pull too. No, Lord. They ain't big enough.
Uh-oh, swallowed that thing that fast.
He ain't as big as I thought it was, but he's big.
They fight. Pretty big. Pretty big.
We're close to 3. That's what I've been missing.
They don't want a dead shrimp. I got a dead shrimp on there.
You got my little, just grab it. Still alive, boy. Look at this, how pretty. Look. Look how pretty already. 10 minutes. And this one might make 4 today.
Look at me. You got that heavy line. Look at me.
Huh?
Look at me. Come on. Look at me. Look at me. Look. There you go.
You might make a 4. That's what we said. Good 3
Got a
pounds.
double.
Good 3
Double,
pounds.
PLA. Another double.
That's all I gotta do is catch one. He catch one of that double. Mine's bigger.
Yep.
Thomas called between. We did it again. Can't be, there's nothing better to quit on a double.
We had several doubles today.
It's time to quit. Time to go in, rest, clean the fish, and go to weigh-in.
Y'all gonna eat good.
We're gonna eat good. I don't know if I'm gonna worry about eating right now. But worry about getting to the weigh-in on time. You're watching Paradise, Louisiana, fishing with Thomas Colby Dream, Grand Isle, Louisiana.
Watching Paradise, Louisiana.
You did good.
That's how we do it on rock solid, babe.
Do it. I hope I didn't flip them around. Yeah, it's like we had big one. 468.
This is great right? String. Oh, we got a string. I got a string.
Oh, I'll take it.
Look, you got a knife on there.
5.28.
All right. That's my fish. Biggest one I ever caught in my life, believe it or not.
Just retired.
We actually caught that, I don't know, what, 10:30 this morning? By the barges at Pouchon with some pogies. That's what we're fishing with.
What's your name?
Todd Hebert.
Mr. Hebert, where you from?
Raceland, Louisiana, yep.
What was the official weight?
5.28.
5.28.
Yep. First spec I catch over 5 pounds.
Man just retired 2 weeks ago. Retirement fish.
That's right. That's right. Fishing next to my grandson last year, he caught a 6-pound right next to me, so I got my work cut out for me now.
Todd Hebert, how much minutes we got? Almost to the weigh-in right now. You come in. The biggest trout of the tournament, probably the biggest trout today for sure.
I'm hoping so.
Well, we got about 10 minutes left, then 15 minutes. Todd, your family, your son, Chad, all your grandkids, y'all always on the board.
That's right.
And congratulations, y'all being competitive. Not only this rodeo, but you know the Grand Isle rodeo, just catching redfish. Your whole family. You brought those boys up in the outdoors.
That's right.
You're getting your blessings right now.
That's right. Making memories. Making memories.
Making memories.
Awesome time.
I heard you tell us, the cameraman a while ago, a lot of noise. Where you caught that fish and what you caught it on?
Actually, we had a late start this morning, and we ended up driving out to the barges at Pouchon. And we were fishing next to one of the barges, and we had picked up some pogies on the way, and we caught it on a pogie. They don't play around. You know, when you put a pogie on your line, you pretty much, it's going to happen. You may have to hang tight for a while. It's not as quick as fishing with shrimp and other baits, but normally when you catch a fish, it's a nice fish.
Yeah, we fished with both there with Tommy Bidring. We couldn't catch that real big one, but you did. Congratulations.
I got lucky. I appreciate it.
In a few more minutes, I hope nobody takes your place, because we're going to use this interview. If not, we won't be able to use it.
I hope nobody takes my place either.
We're going to take another picture of it at the award ceremony.
Awesome.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Todd Hebert.
Thank you.
Right now, to be the champion. Grand Isle Speckled Trout Rodeo 2019. Here's the King Fishman right now. They're getting ready to get his awards. He was on the board all 3 days, remember?
No, I got knocked off today.
You got knocked off today, but you put enough people on the board to be the King Fishman. It was close by a few ounces, I hear.
Close.
And Chad Hebert and all them people. I fished with Tommy Bidring, and it's very rare. He didn't get on the board till the last day. His wife was on the board the second day. She was second. Catherine, where did you fish most of the time during the
I fished up and down the beach. I'm Pouchon back to Ramadan.
Yeah, and that's why I said it was real rough out there. Just a few people were there, but it's swell. I mean, the wind was perfect, everything was perfect.
I was in the rough.
What was your best bait? What was the secret?
Just got lucky. Live croakers on the bottom.
Live croakers. See, that's it. A lot of people, I got here, people catch them on live pogies. We call them on live shrimp and pogies. This is, how many years you been fishing trout rodeo?
Oh, hell. Just every year. I don't know when I started.
It's been a long time ago. I see the name. Captain, congratulations.
Thanks, sir.
This is the King Fishman.
Just got lucky.
You know, a little bit earlier we showed you the guy that had the big trout. That was Mr. Todd Hebert. So stay tuned for more Paradise, Louisiana. We're going to show you some B-roll going out and getting all the awards. We're here, Bridgeside Marina, place to be.
Thank you very much.
Last weekend in May, Memorial Day. Congratulations to you.
Thanks,
we want to thank all the people. Y'all in our memory. For our freedom, for our happiness, to have weekends like this. Thanks to all the service people out there that died.
Amen.
Go USA.
USA.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
You're watching Paradise, Louisiana.
And he got first place also. Good job. That's the largest trout caught by.
Before we get out of here to Trout Road 219, all that noise in the mouth, Jaylen Bidring, you know, what excited. I was with your husband all 3 days. You fished the first day, you was in second. You barely missed the board the second day. All of a sudden, you know, your husband finally gets on the board the third day. I'm black out. You know, the only time I didn't have a big dream was the second day. You know, but you've been a star winner. You've placed in this before. That's a great honor.
Yes.
Lady Angler. Child Lady Angler.
So excited, very excited.
You taught Tommy everything you know. No.
I think it's the opposite.
He's a very good coach. He taught me something yesterday. And I'm 73 years old. He taught me how to hook a program. A little bit different. Congratulations. I want to get out here. Noah's getting ready to go.
Thank you so
You're a
much.
beautiful lady. You're a talented lady. You're a good Christian lady. Hey, and you got to be a saint to be married to Tommy. That's all I'm going to say. I love Tommy Bidring myself. This is the Grand Isle Rodeo, and you see these winners. It was tough this weekend. Somebody told me, he said, when you don't see a Bidring on the board, you know it's tough. But he came through anyway. She came through. You're watching Paradise, Louisiana. The lady, the queen, Jaylen Bidring.
Benny's Unlimited Wash Club memberships start at $14.99 a month. Wash, rinse, and repeat every day. Join Benny's Unlimited Wash Club at one of Benny's 7 locations.
The perfect event calls for the perfect spread of authentic Cajun cuisine. And Catering Cajun has the planners, packages, and chefs to ensure your event is long remembered. For weddings, corporate lunches, or anything in between, give us a call.
Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana. Badron's Boudin Cajun meet here in Port Allen. Glenn, we talked about your tournament going on, but there's been a lot of changes going on right now, and later on we're going to get to the fish report, and we just get news are coming in right now. You know, the Morgan Spillway is definitely going to be open on Sunday, right now, June 2nd. That's historic. That's the 3rd time in the life for the Spillway, and Morgan Spillway is going to be open. Also this year, first time ever that the Bonacari, the river's playing havoc. You still been having your tournaments. Y'all been fishing by Black. Y'all been fishing Jack Miller's, right? That area?
That area.
Tell us how is this affecting your tournament right now?
Well, right now it's affecting real bad because since they closed all the landings, the only place you can fish is like Lake DeZalma, which the water's high. It's still high. They're catching fish, but you're gonna walk in the water, get into your boat, and most of the landings, it just kind of limits to where you can go unless you want to take a 2-hour ride or something like that to go. And most of those guys won't do it. You know, they're not gonna take that long ride.
If you put in that a landing is open and you idle all the way out in the lake, you know, Lake Barrett has been producing some fish.
Good fish, good fish.
What's your technique, guy? Because you've been catching a lot of fish too. I saw you in the money in your own tournament the other day. Them, you got a special jig?
Well, for Lake Barrett, it's 3 jigs I use. It's the Bobby Garland Blue Ice, a Blue and Chartreuse tube jig by Southern Pro, and I just started using another one called the Slabalicious by Wally Marshall. It's a Glimmer Blue, and those 3 baits are what I mainly stick with at Lake Barrett. And we've been, and I tight line 90% of the time. A lot of people don't tight line. I feel that when you get in that structure,
you're using salter pole?
Salter jigging pole. And those fish right now are running to that structure real tight because the Gulf fish are so bad. And you have to get in the structure to get them out. And that's where they at.
When I first, Jay Donald reached in and got them jig poles up at Lake St. John, and they come in with salter pole, but it wasn't the same ones, okay? It was over there in a slatter jig, the slatter poles and the slider jigs and the hair jigs.
Yeah.
You know, and they start fishing. Well, they took my leg with rat. We was on Takapaw side over there with that red camp, and every cypress tree that had limbs close in the water, there was nothing but slabs. And I was all tight line with a pole.
That's
we used to catch so many sac-a-lays, so many big sac-a-lays. And when I first started jig bowling, Old River, when the water started going down, and I fished it with J.B. Salters, but I fished it myself, especially around Father's Day, because that's when it was just started falling in June. And there won't be no Father's Day fall this year. But,
not this year.
Glenn, you told a story about getting these guys together. Now, you got some legendary fishermen that go with you too. You know, and we mentioned J.B. Salters.
Yeah.
Coming up, I've always wanted to go fishing with him,
JB.
but he's a legend in the Glen Oaks area, Baton Rouge area. Howard Spears.
Yeah.
You ever met Howard?
I know Howard Spears. Yeah, know Howard real well. Good fisherman. Good fisherman.
You think you can talk him in? I don't think he wants everybody to know his spot.
I don't know. He is a little secretive, so you know. But I mean, like I say, sometimes you have to be that way if you're catching fish. But then I don't do that. I'll take anybody anywhere. I catch fish. I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't catch them all.
But David Pizzolata,
good fisherman.
He shares a few information with him. But I've been knowing David and his family all life, almost Kent. But I've there, David. Lionel and Leonard Kleinpeter, the two brothers, the big sac-a-lay fishers. Now, Leonard fished a lot of tournaments. And y'all know him from the governor's office, lieutenant governor's office. Leonard, a big outdoorsman, all his kids and grands. But Lionel, first one got me started in Canal and fishing the False River.
Yeah.
And he catch sac-a-lay in False River before anybody ever did. And he had his pole, he had it different. He was fishing salter pole. He, you know, everybody was catching fish.
Yeah.
In Old River, but you know, people just weren't catching fish in there.
Yeah.
So, tell me the last few years, the history, and how you do to keep the interest up in your sac-a-lay tournament. Now, a lot of people sac-a-lay fish.
Yes, a lot of them, and we're getting more and more. I get on Facebook and now I finally start making these big fancy plaques with the big 15-inch replica on it. And it seems like everybody wants that first place plaque with that replica sac-a-lay. And, you know, everybody...
They got a little money too, though, huh?
Oh, yeah, they get paid. We do pay out first, second, third, and also big fish. It's 100% payback, so everything go in, get pays back out. And, you know, it's really becoming a thing now where we're getting more and more people fishing it. I got people out there trying to help me, you know, put the word out, get people to come. And I think this year we had one tournament where we had a total of $1,000 payout, which was real good, you know. And that according to how many boats we have, what the payout's going to be.
Tell me, name some of the hottest fishermen lately. We talk about the legendary fishermen, and you still got them fishing, but, you know, I got cousins, Rusty Capo, and all them guys, they still want to fish. But in the last few tournaments, they got the guys that are coming in and coming from home. And you got a bunch of pictures here.
Oh, yeah.
Tell us about these pictures in these tournaments.
Well, you got Tim Hebert and Andre Smith. They won the last tournament. They actually fished the Crappie Masters with me. And Dustin Boudreau, they're from Thibodeau. We'll go fish Crappie Master tournaments, and then we come back here and do our tournament. But you got those three guys. Kevin Newman is a captain with the Baton Rouge City Police Department. He fishes good. You got Kenneth Bergeron, Dennis Chambers. I mean, I can name a ton of them that fish and
Try to
real
do your
good
best.
fishermen.
They ain't gonna hold it again.
Yeah.
If you forget them, it's tough on the front of that camera.
You got Darren Chambers. You got Jason Valier. Man, it's a lot of them. Let me think who else you got. Perry Hudson. You know.
Well, you talk about you again. You come up, went to Lee High School. Back then, a couple of them people, them farmers, them Italian farmers, had them vegetables stands over there. All my people. They all hunt, fishing. I done did. Can't tell you how much out off of Nichols. Back there, we hunting rabbits with a lot of your friends and Kent people. So I mean, these country people, and they got Spanish Lake.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
But
Where all them fish coming in Spanish Lake this year when the high water?
And they caught some fish in Spanish Lake this year.
Off the bank. There's people getting tickets too.
Yeah. JJ Campbell sent me some pictures where they went back in there and they tore them up. And I couldn't believe that. I was like, man, I hadn't fished there in years. But almost made you want to go put the boat in and go see, you know, but I didn't do it, but
well,
good fishing.
I passed by there and I took some pictures. I was watching the sheriff there. It was almost traffic. I'm fishing off the bank by the dam. Greg at Tony's. Yeah. Tony's Seafood. He gonna go in there. But he Beulah Rose and then Spanish Lake, and he's gonna find them.
Yeah.
You know, he went to the Dalmas. He keeps smiling over there, always smiling. When you gonna take me? Oh, you gonna put it on TV? You better believe I'm gonna put it on TV. You ought to take me. But when you gonna take me?
Whenever you're ready to go. When this waterfall, we'll go out and, I mean, I can put you on some fish at Lake
You
Forest.
told me your business is good with that all over.
Oh yeah, doing real good.
We can
right
sneak
now.
away. You can hold somebody up.
There you go. We can sneak away.
Look, we're gonna come back more when the fish report. We're gonna see a fish report, and but before we leave, the Morgana Spillway, releasing that water was already. You was having a hard time to find places, find landings. Can you predict? Can you imagine what it's gonna be?
Man, I'm.
Can you remember back in 2011 what happened?
Yeah, and this is worse. I mean, I actually don't think we're gonna get a landing open. Well, water not gonna go down till probably I'm thinking August. I may be wrong, but it's up. It's here for a while. And the people I talked to down in Pierpont, Mr. Goday and them, he say he's never seen it this way. It would always come up and go back out real quick, but he said now it's just sitting, and it's just nothing they can really do.
When I fished the Chapel Spillway, we used to love it.
Yeah.
We get a fall in February.
Yeah.
Right around basketball, when this was in the playoffs, I can remember going to the game and Herb going trying to spillway and catch that bass. They'd be following, catch them on top water, fish in the spillway. Then it'd come up, and then have an April fall.
Yeah.
And then you won't have them about 2 weeks, and all of a sudden the snow melt, and then all of a sudden you got late June, early July, and you're back in the spillway, and the landing cars are backed up. So that's a little nostalgia. Y'all stay tuned, because we're gonna come back. We're gonna see a fishing report. Plus, we got a rodeo and tournament report for you.
The best part about being a member of a Touchstone Energy Cooperative is that it's your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. That's the power of your co-op membership.
Demco, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
My neighbor Tony, he looked at me and said, "Man, you're crazy. You're about to leave out in this weather." And I said, "Sir, I have a tag fish to go catch."
I won this beautiful boat catching a tag redfish in Venice, Louisiana.
There's 100 redfish waiting. It all starts Memorial Day weekend. Sign up today.
Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana, and our rodeo tournament results and upcoming tournaments. When is your next tournament?
June 29th, if they open the landings back up. It'll be June 29th. I'm doing one.
Out of where?
It's gonna be out of Bayside again. Like I said, we just hoping the water goes down enough for them to open the landings back up. If not, I'll postpone it till the water.
Somebody wants to fish your tournament. How do they get in touch with you?
They can call Glenn's Automotive in Baton Rouge. I can give them a phone number.
You got a website?
I got a website, Glenn_automotive@yahoo.com. They can contact me there. talk to anybody who fishes them, and everybody knows me that fishes those tournaments,
Glenn,
and they'll get in touch with me.
Go ahead and give me your number right now, just one time, and see if we can run.
Area code is 225-362-4390 is the number.
Say it again.
225-362-4390. They can call me anytime.
Glenn, we had some big tournaments and rodeos that came up. Right now, we're going to talk about the cookie jar. They suspended one night because of the high water and the bad weather. Storm been doing a great job keeping that going on right now. They had a bunch of boats that they opened False River back up to the public for the weekend, Memorial Day weekend, told everybody to be safe and watch. But that's some unbelievable fish caught. First place was Ron Radzinski and Henry Newchurch. They had 16.98, almost 17 pounds of fish.
Good fish.
That's a 3 or 4 hour tournament right there.
Good fish.
And 5 fish, you know, and the big bass was 5.71. They had big bass also. Second was George Hudson and Justin Burbank with 11.35. And usually that night, most of these weights I've been seeing been coming in this season have been around 12 pounds. But that 17 pounds looked pretty good right there.
Yeah.
Third place was Ryan Mitchell at 10.76. Also, it was a very big tournament. It's real popular over there on the North Shore area. On Saturday, May 25th, out of the East Pearl on Highway 90 in Slidell, Louisiana, the I'm going to pronounce this right, Adians Foundation Hope held their 8th annual bass tournament. Now, the river was high and muddy. A bunch of people kind of scared to come out and fish, but they said that when people, it became a slugfest. They all came out there and they caught fish, 14 over 15 pounds. So, you know, on a muddy Pearl River, you know, it's just like that said in False River, that has to be real good. It had 26 boats weigh in. Finally come in there, and more of them fishing. The weigh-in was at the Blind Tiger. They had food and they had a party. Great organization, great foundation. So let me tell you the winners right now. First place was Morgan and Phil Chute with 16.75 pounds.
That's a good weight.
Big stringer. Second place was Ross and Reese Watkins with 16.46 pounds. Third place went out to Terry Jones and Jason Stevens, 15.89. Why didn't people complain about that muddy water? They catch them somewhere, huh?
Catching good fish, too.
Fourth place went out to Jeff Zook and Dale Cormer. Big bass awarded to Corey Wheat and Tony Cooper, 5.81 bass out of Pearl River. Aiden Foundation of Hope helps minister to parents who lose a child. And I'm gonna tell you what, I've been around a lot of parents that lost a child in these last few weeks. My prayers go out to you. Lee Hillman, thank you so much. Send me that report, give me a warning, and you see these pictures he sent me also. God bless you. Now, the Lafayette Kayak Fishing Club, they fussing at me. See, I called it Lake Charles last time on camera. You know, I get real busy, and Luke, thank you so much for always keeping me posted. You know, y'all were a little late, another reason, you know, but don't be late no more. Get it to me by Sunday evening. Appreciate you. The Oak Point Classic out of Pawn and Shane. First place was Matt Carr. Second was Butch Ridgedale. Third was Doug Menifree. Heavy trout, Jeff Robinson. Leopard and redfish was Chris Dennis, 17 spots. Glenn, we're in the rodeo time of the year right now, so, you know, they're coming up, there's 2 or 3 the same weekend. And starting this weekend, Catacai Alumni Rodeo, one of the fastest growing and one of the oldest ones. You know, they're bringing on, they got something Thursday night, this coming Thursday, and then from 4 to 6:30, every Friday and Saturday is their weigh-in, and they give out awards on Saturday night. That's going to be at Moran's Marina in Fouchon. Brother Martin, the sister school, the Catacai, And the brothers over there running this school too, they got their rodeo. It's gonna be Saturday, but the weigh-in, they can fish anywhere in Navajo water. But the weigh-in is at the campus on Leaston Fields from 3 to 5 Saturday. Swole Fest, that's a real big one. That's the one I'll be there in for sure. From June 5th, they got a big party. 6th, 7th, and 8th is weigh-ins, Sand Dollar. Marina is going to be at the big pavilion, the rodeo pavilion this year. There's going to be a lot of things going on, and it'll be really good. The cutoff rodeo the same weekend, June 7th and 8th at Moran's on the same weekend. I also had some bunch of things coming up on June 8th. I told y'all, Dreams Come True Sporting Clays in Maurice. I'm sorry, I wish I could be there. I was there last year. We're giving away a fishing trip over there, a live auction. Fun day, a lot of food, you know, some good talk, some good shooting, sporting clays. Anybody like sporting clays, and you're not fishing, you'll be there. Also, I wrote the dates down, I forgot. I missed, you know, I was driving on coming down Highway 1. I was looking at all the political signs, but the Decoy Festival is coming up in the La Rose area, so I'll give you more about that next week. So that's our tournament rodeo report. We'll be back with the Abu Garcia Fishing Report.
Benny's Unlimited Wash Club memberships start at $14.99 a month. Wash, rinse, and repeat every day. Join Benny's Unlimited Wash Club at one of Benny's 7 locations.
There's no better way to cool down this summer than with a delicious, thirst-quenching Polar Pop Cup from Circle K. The Polar Pop Cup is the coolest way to beat the heat. Fill your Polar Pop Cup up with the flavors you crave in crushed or cubed ice. Nothing stays cold longer, so you can stay refreshed all day long. Stop in Circle K today for an ice-cold Polar Pop Cup. Polar Pop Cup, only at Circle K. Take it easy.
Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana, and the Berkeley Abu Garcia Fishing Report. Glenn, let me hit these saltwater. Okay. You do a little saltwater fishing and everything? Where you go when you go saltwater?
Believe it or not, never been. I have to go. Everybody tell me I have to go. Never saltwater fish.
I tell you what, you take me, and I'm gonna take you and your wife. I'm gonna take you out. Y'all come to my camp on Salt Bayou, and you can catch fresh and saltwater fish in the same area.
Okay.
Then that's what's fun. When you start getting down there in the lodge, you're gonna catch bass and redfish and speckled trout in the same water. Venice is the same thing. You get in certain areas. And you know, I almost forgot. I'm gonna go over to the saltwater report.
Okay.
I better put Venice down right now because I'm still getting reports from Venice. The water's, you know, unbelievable high there, but they catching them in these bays, the Yellow Cotton Bay. They finding where that cane filter. Yeah. They're going down there and they're fishing plastics too. And they're fishing plastics and they're still catching fish and sending me reports. Another one going down there is Myrtle Grove, in the Buras area. Ron Lambert and them and all their captains are catching fish down there. Okay. So got to keep careful. We're record high water, but we still catching fish. So and God has blessed us. Yeah. You can still catch them. And this high water, even in the saltwater areas, they're catching river cats with all that fresh river water, you know, over there in the Lake Pontchartrain area. We're catching river cats. Right off my pier, you get in the night crawler, you get a piece of shrimp, and you're going to catch a river cat, not a hardhead. I'm talking about a good cat. Yeah. So now, I'm going to start off in saltwater at Grand Isle. The secret there is still live bait. There's some people fishing plastic. Some people fishing top water, but last week the swells were really down by the barges. You can see where it goes. You get there, you got to get it there just right when the tide is moving, or if you see the current lines around the barges, around the rocks, that's what you're doing. Tommy Vitrine, them throwing them in there. Live pogies, a big shrimp. Throwing them in there and catching fish. Free line. Big secret is free line. freelining. Now, there's people catching behind the island. We caught them on the rocks right there at Sand Dollar, too, also. Fishing the same thing, either shrimp or fishing, you know, the pogies. A lot of people still catch them on cockerel minnows. A lot of people fishing those cockerel minnows sometimes. They fishing Carolina rig, but they're around the rocks and they're putting them on the cork and they're catching fish. I just would see them pogies. You got to be a true fisherman to go out, but they get up early. You saw what's his name didn't get up early at all. It was well daylight. We was out there, and he found them. He knew where they were going to be. And right there near the bayou, he's throwing them. He's right when he leaves his camp. He finds them. He feels that vibration. He said, "Here they come," you know. So that is the big secret right now. Let me tell you. Point of Shane, I got report. People at Grand Isle say, "Hey, I've been catching our trout." Catching both trout and redfish at Point of Shane. Jody Donwar, he's fishing live shrimp under the cork. Now, I did a whole trip with the guy with the 4-horse cork, Roger. I'm gonna come do that because we did it in conjunction with the Golden Meadow Fuson Rodeo, so we're gonna bring that in a couple of weeks. We'll bring that when we announce the rodeo again. I'm gonna show you that trip. He showed it. Chris run some excerpts of us catching those fish on that 4-horse cork in live shrimp. And we was back in Calumet. We was west of Bell Pass. Island Marina. You know, they're not catching trout, but they got people coming from all over. They've been loading the land. All them captains, Clint DeArmas and Drake Marvine, all them captains over there at Island Marina, and up and down, you know, my other captains, Mike Gallo and Dudley, they're all catching fish. They're catching redfish right now, and they're not complaining. The river's open. They've been in that. The muddy water comes in. They go find little clear waters up in the canals. They're catching fish. They're catching bass down there and in the coastal. So there's a lot of places, and if you want to play safe, if you don't know that area, Todd Masson, he wrote it. He thought it was bad, but he still finds places. Go to his website, Todd Masson, and he can see what it is. And while I'm saying that, we're talking about that fishing tournaments. Star started, okay? I seen a big cobia come in. It would have made the board. He didn't have a star ticket. He went back out. He caught another one, 61 pounds. He had a 74. I told him, that was a $5,000 fish. You better go get your star ticket. Mr. Hebert, he won that division over there at the tournament. But you get that star ticket, it's not too late. But there's some grand prizes. But if you're trying to win that truck, it's a good chance it's gone.
So no tag redfish yet?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, he caught one?
Yeah, we got one. Nicholas Vonado, the CCA tag redfish out of Hopedale.
Okay.
That fish was tagged by Todd Masson, too, I hear. So already, you know, still got to be approved. They're going to have all the tests, but truck's gone. But there's so many boats out there. There's so many, you know, RVs. This year, it's over $500,000 in prizes. Star is going on. Snapper season is open. At Grand Isle, we was there. I stopped at Lane Grisby. Maybe when we go out, we saw it. Lane Grisby's camp, his son and the grandson, and my good friend Trey Crawford, and all these kids over there, them grandkids, they had their limit of snapper, and they're catching a lot of vermilion snapper. You saw it in the paper. Chris, our producer, and Don Dubuque and all them, they was with Chris Moran. They bringing in them vermilion snapper, perfect fillets, a lot of food. You can catch 20 of them. I can't believe that. It's hard to believe. Dolphin. I got some video at the land of the dolphin. Just people coming in with boxes full of dolphins, and you know, and catching them out there by them rigs. You see, like I said, you see lemon fish or cobia. There's a lot of fish being caught offshore. The winds lay down. It was a little choppy, but the winds lay down. There was a lot of fish been coming from Grand Isle offshore. I didn't go to Venice, but I'm sure at Venice the same thing. They're catching, and they're catching a few wahoo. Murder Grove, Point of Shane, Uncovered Island Marina, Lafitte, Tofield, all those captains. They run out of there. It's a constant they're going to catch redfish, but they're catching trout. Yeah. They finding them trout out in them bays right now. They're finding the birds diving, and they catch it. Some of them are school trout, some of them are big trout. Delacroix, Sweetwater. The other day, my cousin Ray Maceda was there. Caught 40 trout. Everybody there was bad. They found them little patches of clear water. As long as there ain't no west wind in Delacroix, my buddy over there at the Delacroix Lodge, he'd tell you, you can't find hardly anything good to do in a west wind. He got a little ugly, but I ain't gonna repeat it. But Delacroix right now, redfish, bass too, they're catching them all in there. Hopedale, another one. You see where that fish come from? Hopedale Marina and all them tournaments that were going on, they're catching fish over there. Now, let's go to freshwater real quick. We're gonna start with you, and I got a few things here, but I'm gonna find it. You go ahead.
Okay, well, freshwater, Bayou Black, they're catching. I had a buddy caught 40 yesterday, 8 bass and 6 catfish. The salmon, they're catching in the salmon right now, catching down there. If you want to take the long drive, Toledo Bend, Lake St. John, they catching. So
how do you fish in Lake St. John? You know, a lot of people fish St. John and Bruin. They're fishing with yo-yos and up against the trees.
Well, some of these guys are trolling now, out about maybe 30 feet from the camps. You see them trolling,
not spider
rigging, trolling, spider rigging. Many of them, And then some guys are just tight lining out there. But that's how they catching them at St. John.
Well, I remember caught in St. John when we was bass fishing. Yeah. Them bass, they bass fish with them slaughter rigs, them big old topwater bass. Yeah. But we catch all them cyclade, like you said. We do the same way we fish in them cypress trees, the way we do at Lake Barrett. Yeah. It's straight dig post.
Yeah, and that's how it's, at Lake Barrett, that's basically how it's been. My buddies went to Toledo Bend. They're tight lining down deep over structure. And like I said, they had a cooler full yesterday. They had sent me some pictures on Facebook. And like I say, I had a buddy went to the salmon yesterday. Now, he caught 10, but he had some boat problems before he made it out there, so he didn't get there till late, but he said they were catching.
Buster Simpson, it won and sent me all the reports over there from the Big Six tournament. Them bass fishermen out there, they've been taking a break. Look at the size of these cyclade coming from Toledo Bend. Buster, thank you for sending them. Keep it over there. Buster's up there around Alexandria. But Buster, keep the reports coming in. And you've been a shining star the last couple of weeks. Keep them coming in. I've been getting reports from Lake Barrett and a few of the people catching back in there when they put in. Yeah. Some of them, they got the camps. They just going out in the trees and find that water, catching some super brim. Yeah. Now, the Zalmas, I can't tell you, my buddy Bruce, I ain't gonna say his last name right now. He's been promising to take me over there. You know, guess why I got to go? His friend took him to the Bend. I was up there covering a tournament, and I got to go catch some cyclade, him in a boat. But he just ain't doing it. Yeah. Now, bass fishing, ponds, people wading these pits. Yeah. The water's in there. Catfish, everyone. You've been hearing about brush line, they're putting a line in a tree. Yeah. You know, rigging them with shad or brim or whatever, catching some tremendous catfish. Trout lines, a kayak, a bateau, whatever. You get up in there and often where it's up against the river. Don't try to get out in that river with that current, but you can catch all the catfish you want. Yeah. Anywhere you want to fish. False River right now, they catch them in traps. They catch them off the bank. They're using night crawlers. And I'm going to tell you, so this is time. My brother sent me a picture. I ain't going to show him. He had a 5-gallon bucket full of catfish fillets. So we're ready for a little fish fry right now with a little Louisiana fish fry. Saline Lake. All that water is high over there. You know, Red River, it was all flood warnings, everything. But for weeks they've been catching in Saline the spider riggers, way out, catching some big cyclade. Finally, my buddy David Rapola, He got a camper off Saline. Captain Dave Rocket, Super Dave Roberts and his daddy. Look at the size of these brim caught. They fishing in Saline itself. And Big Creek. Here's another fish. Kenny Babin, Gene Babin, and Tina. They're fishing Big Creek. And my camera guy and my social media guy, Brendan Dubrock, is right there by his house. He said, we catch him every year. I'm glad I see that. So this week he got a few days. He might be going back to Grand Isle, but here he is, and that's where it is. So any other thing you can tell me about freshwater fishing?
That's about it right around this area. Like I said, water's so high just about everywhere you go now. It's you know, they're catching a few in Darbon. I seen that the other day on Facebook.
What about all these Mississippi lakes and places up there in Florida, Mississippi, and all where they catching big?
Yeah, they're catching good. In Grenada, they've been catching a few.
That's a long trip.
That's a long trip. We had one up there in September, so hopefully the water will be right. Columbus, Mississippi, there's got a Columbus Lake that right now it's up and down there. I heard hadn't been fishing many of them up there, but
just go fishing.
Let's go fishing.
Big guys. Remember to wake. Watch your wake. Make sure you don't get in trouble with the law. Don't forget these people about to lose their homes and their house. Say a little prayer. They opened that Bonacarry on June 2nd. They opened
the Morganto.
The Morganto on June 2nd. And that is going to be a tremendous rush of water. And even though they're going to try to raise it a foot a day, the governor was saying how they were going to do it, but I done went through the one in 73, and now 211, and we are in 2019.
Yeah.
Memorial Day, remember all the people, the men and women that died for our country. Remember the people like him out there putting on these tournaments and helping us. Thank you very much.
I'm trying.
Keep it up. Say a prayer for the people out there. We'll see y'all next week. You're watching Paradise, Louisiana.
This is your weekly trip to Paradise, Louisiana style, with Gary Risponi. Paradise, Louisiana is brought to you by Circle K, Baton Rouge Coca-Cola Bottling Company, Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change, Louisiana Fish Fry Products, Demco, CCA Louisiana, and the CCA Louisiana Star Tournament, and by Farm Bureau Insurance.